Hi, I'm Cheryl. Welcome to my channel, Home Rich Studio. If you're a subscriber, you know I appreciate you. If you're not, I appreciate you watching this and consider subscribing. It's totally free and it really helps me out. Anyway, I'm super excited to announce this. Today, I am participating in the Thrift Flip Road Trip Open Challenge. It is hosted by Kay and Trish from the Crafting Cousins and co-hosted by Sammy from Unicorn Dust Designs. These are three amazing women that I've been following for a long time. I feel blessed and honored to join these talented women and all the crafters in the challenge. So with all that said, let's flip. So this is my first, this is only one craft. And I got these from a local thrift store. This beat up Birdhouse and this beat up, I don't know what it is, kind of like a candle stand or something. So anyway, I did not pay $2.99 for either one of them. I always wait until they go 50% off. So they were $1.50 for both. This is a metal stand and I am putting Mod Podge on it. It's matte Mod Podge. And put a nice good coat on that and let it dry. Now, I really like the texture of this birdhouse. That's why I picked it up. And I am painting it with the plaster chalk paint. And I only gave this one good coat because I really wanted it to look like it's been outside and weathered. And so while or after, make sure that this is dry, because I didn't make sure this was dry because I was rushing myself, and those wood pieces do not stick until it is dry. So I took 4 of these popsicle sticks and I cut one the length of the roof, one a little bit shorter, and a little bit shorter. So there's 4 of them. So at all different lengths. And I'm not going to tell you the lengths because I really doubt you're going to find a birdhouse like this. And you'll just have to kind of eyeball it yourself if you try this one. But I used 4. If you have a smaller birdhouse, you may need to use 5. Anyway, so first I'm going to glue the longest pieces. So there's 6 rows on both sides of the roof of the birdhouse. So I cut 12 long pieces and I'm just gluing them right next to each other. So there's going to be 6 on one side and 6 on the other side. See, that's where that didn't stick because I cleaned the birdhouse off. I literally put it under water and scrubbed it and I didn't let it dry. And then I painted it and didn't let that dry. So let it dry really, really well. And so now you can see that the popsicle sticks, and these are the larger ones. And I don't know if I got them from the Dollar Tree or Walmart, either or. So now I'm taking the second size, because there's 4 different sizes, and I'm gluing them on top of the other one. And make sure that they're all the way matching, like at the bottom where the circular part is. Make sure they're all even there, because on top we can fix that, and I'll show you how in a minute. So now we have all this done, all 4 layers. And this is how we're going to fix that messy looking top. This is a dowel rod. Either get it from the Dollar Tree or Walmart. I get most things from Walmart or the Dollar Tree. Once in a while I'll go to Hobby Lobby. They're not super close around here, about a 30-minute drive. So I try to make do with the Walmart that's 15 minutes away and the Dollar Tree, which is literally I can almost walk to. So anyway, I just cut a dowel rod down with a pair of those wire clippers, and now I glued it onto the top, and now I'm painting all of it, the dowel rod and the entire roof. And now that it's done, I'm taking that hazelnut, and that is chalk paint too, and I'm going to kind of dry brush it. A little bit heavier than dry brushing, and I do have a heavy hand when I paint, but I do this all the time. I'll put on more, and then I'm like, ooh, that's too much, and then I take the white, and then I go over it with the white, and I just keep working with it until, I like it. If you like a heavier distress, go ahead and do that. If you like a lighter distress where you can barely see it, go ahead and do that. You can also use antique wax or black. chalk paint or even acrylic if you want. So now I'm going to make like a little perch. So I took that dowel rod that was left over from the top, and I'm just going to sand it down. And when you cut those popsicle sticks, I forgot to tell you, do sand them down because they will be sharp. And so now I put 2 coats of that plaster Waverly chalk paint on that. Actually, I put 3 coats on that. Let that dry between each coat, and then Mod Podge it because it is metal and you don't want it to scrape off. And so I took the hazelnut like I did on the house, and now I'm just brushing it lightly, or heavier, I guess. This I have a heavy hand, I don't know, but I put more white on it, so in the end it just doesn't look so dark. And so the birdhouse is going to fit right on top of that stand. And these are the little blocks from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just hot gluing those 2 together. And now I'm going to paint those with the hazelnut, and just 1 coat. And I just put 1 coat of paint on everything except for that metal stand. Again, the metal stand was 3 coats and a Mod Podge on top. And now I'm going to take this is going to be a bird swing, and I'm just going to hot glue rope onto the top of it. Now here I wound it around twice and then cut it off just to make it look like, you know, it was a little bit fancier than what it was, and I shouldn't have. I should have just glued the piece on one end and then the other piece on the other end. So here I am measuring it to see how far down, because I'm going to put birds on it, to see how far down from the roof of the birdhouse I'm going to hang it. And then I kind of take it up in the middle into a point, and then I am going to hot glue it onto the roof. But before I do that, I put these little toothpicks that are from the Dollar Tree. They're little hearts on them, and I clipped 2 of those off and glued 1 on each side. And when you clip that off, there will be like a little wood piece still left in there that you can't get out, and I just took a Sharpie and colored that in so you can't see the wood. And so here I'm trying to figure how to balance it out. There was just too much jute twine on it, so I just suggest that you hot glue one end on and don't wrap it around like I did, and then the other end, and then glue it to the top. And so here, to hide all the ugliness of the, I'm not a woodworker or anything, so this is not perfect, I'm just going to put a mixture of Spanish moss and then this, I don't know what it's called, green moss. There's like different kinds of moss. And I'm going to put a little bit on the roof, on the top, and on the sides. But in the bird hole, I am going to put the Spanish moss in there because it looks more like something that birds would make a nest out of. And I put a little bit of the green moss on the swing. And now I'm going to wrap these pit berries. This was a little bit of a challenge, but it took a while. And finally, I got it wrapped all around. It was just a big clunky piece trying to fit in and out of these metal legs. And now some more moss. And I'm just putting a little bit on, just to give it like just a little bit of subtlety. And now I have one of those hearts. It comes in a pack of 5 from the Dollar Tree. It's a grapevine heart. And I'm just going to hot glue that on the front. And those little roses that have a ton of silver glitter on them, those come from the Dollar Tree. They're in a multicolored pack. And I'm going to glue one on the top here. And now we can attach it by hot glue, or you can E6000 it to the, or attach the two pieces together. And I apologize, I don't know where I got these birds from. It could have been Michael's. I love doves. We have doves in our backyard almost every day, and I don't know, they just make me happy. I love birds. I think the older I get, the weirder I get about that kind of stuff, but we have all kinds of birds in our backyard, and we have a bird feeder and we feed them, and we have deer and raccoons and chipmunks in the summer, squirrels, all kinds of really cool stuff. Anyway, so I just glued them on the swing there like they're little lovebirds, and this is what it looks like. And I guess I didn't know this, but my daughter told me that doves mate for life, and I didn't know it. What happened was one of the doves, they're in pairs all the time usually. One hit the window and it was so sad. It died, we'll just say. And it was terrible to watch it, but my daughter said, yeah, they mate for life, so we were sad about the other one. Anyway, that's my story. So thank you for watching Home Ridge Studio. Please like and subscribe, and have a blessed week. Bye.